minutes before we're going to go live anyway.
Well,
And our friends will join us in good time, I'm sure.
Vet's over there with Cloud Gaming Dad. He's playing the new Red Dead events. Red Dead.
Does he not know what time it is?
Well, he did. I did hear him say, "Hey, I gotta stop playing. I gotta get on the show." So he does know.
We don't know. It takes me back to the good old days of Rokk and Ray.
Yeah,
Rokk and Ray.
So my son starts school tomorrow, and I have to. Let's see. He's got to be at school. I'm at like 8. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop his ass off early, and Tuesday rush back here. It's not like the school's far away.
Yeah.
So I should be okay.
Has summer camp finished now then, and now it's proper school?
School starts tomorrow.
Okay, because for us it doesn't start until September. Because our guys finished, I think it's like 6 weeks, and they start sort of towards the end of July, their holidays, and then it goes on into September. So I know there's you start earlier, don't you?
Not only do we start earlier, but you have governors saying if they make the kids masks, they're going to hold the money for the superintendent, the principals and stuff. They're not going to get paid.
What?
If they mandate mask for the kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, then it comes down to money versus safety, doesn't it?
South Carolina. Well, one person said, "You know what? You can take my money. I'm not going to risk these kids." And they've already. I saw this poor little white boy who's about 9 years old fighting to breathe on a ventilator. Yeah. So
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't understand what is actually driving the
politics because
is that all it is, Ray?
They want the Trump supporters. They're trying to, it's ridiculous because there's no way in the hell that I would like kids. Hey, kids, don't mask, even though this virus is taking you out. Younger kids, there's no way. There's no, it's like, where's your heart at? Where's your pride? You swore to protect the people.
The trouble is when you get common sense up against capitalism calls it socialism, which is a scary term from the 50s.
Right.
And then you end up with capitalism winning because nobody wants to not get paid and buy stuff. And there he is. Oh, where is he today? Where be this castle, my friend? I'm assuming this is not North Carolina.
No, I'm actually in I'm in Tasmania.
Tasmania, Australia.
Well, somewhere around there.
They have castles on the other side of the
Australia. Well, they let me. They don't let I heard Australia doesn't allow too many folks into the country anymore, but they allowed me because they've heard my reputation.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, Rokk, congratulations to your daughter, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend.
That is awesome. Awesome.
Oh, you're welcome, said Siri. Do you know double celebration? Because do you remember earlier in the week I tweeted to say that
yes,
very excitedly gave my wife our 30th anniversary present, only to be told I had the wrong date. Today was the actual anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Hey, but you know what? At least you weren't late. Like,
no, I know.
You get points for being, and it's better to be early. I mean,
yeah. See, the problem is you do stuff when you're young. Is that your Siri? You do stuff when you're younger, and you regret it. We got married the same week as my wife's birthday. And that was the most stupid thing I've ever done because I can't keep 2 dates in my head. Thanks, guys.
Well,
great to see you.
At least you weren't like Ray. Like we had to remind Ray for his.
Yeah. We did.
If we hadn't said nothing, he would have been a dead man.
This is true.
I think when I got married, I was still like we were still on our honeymoon right about this time. Hawaii. drinking beer on the beach. You know,
and now look where you are. You got no knees,
bro.
Yeah.
I lost.
Now
I
look
think
where you are.
for my wedding, man. I went to the gym. I turned into a gym rat. I was at the gym in the morning, at night. I had abs. I had everything. And then as soon as after the honeymoon, I went.
But you know, did you see that? Did you see those?
Was it like Eddie Murphy and the Nutty Professor?
Pretty much.
I did see it. I thought he stole that off the internet.
Yeah,
he just
what
found
a good-looking dude. Yeah, he looked.
I know.
Looked like
I was being nice because I was gonna be like, I was gonna comment. Part of my brain was like, "What happened, Ray? What happened?" But I was gonna be nice.
And now he's under a bridge in a cardboard box. But at least he's got his screens.
Yeah.
Although I did have my 4-year-olds in the background laughing, saying "no knees."
No, you know, my fingers and my arms are strong because I play a lot of video games and I'm on the controller, I'm on my keyboard, you know. So at least I think I could like walk on my hands, but my legs and my knees are pretty much gone, man.
I couldn't. I've got no upper body strength at all. I can't even put a straw to my mouth without having to take a break. Well, now that he's gone, should we start the official titles?
Well, you know, it is time. So yeah.
Shall we do it? Right, okay, here we go. Yes. Oh yeah, rock and roll.
He still ain't back yet, man.
People can't see behind the scenes. We can obviously see ourselves in the green room. And me and Ray are like this.
Oh, I love the beat.
Jazzing down to the beats. How are you, everybody? Welcome. It's another Tuesday. It's another Rokk reveal, and hopefully we'll be able to reveal This Week on Stadia. Although a little bird told me it may not be launching yet, but we'll see. And it don't matter none, do it, Ray? Because look at this beautiful postcard of. Yes. I think it's actually a prison.
That's perfect because that's where he belongs. Really.
I think Aaron has actually pulled up a picture of a prison, and he thinks it's a lovely castle. Bless him. And I don't want to, I don't want to disillusion
I heard
you.
all of that. I heard all of that.
I think it's actually a prison, dude. Because
you know what? As I'm looking, I'm pretty sure it's. Well, it fits perfectly for me.
Yeah. About 40 minutes from where I am is the infamous Dartmoor prison. Have you ever heard of Dartmoor prison? It's that infamous. It's it looks like that. It's a very bleak, right in the middle of the
beautiful
moors.
Countryside where you live at. I mean, it's beautiful. They would stick a prison over there.
Yeah, well, I think it was built. Believe it or not, I think it was originally built to hold American prisoners during the whole kind of the original Tea Party stuff, right, around that time. Mm-hmm. And then it was used, I think, to hold French prisoners during the whole kind of Napoleonic Wars. And then later on, they put the worst of the worst in there. Did you just hear my mum say goodbye, Ad? I'm sure it's bless her. Just wandering past the window here goes my mum. Oh, bye, mum. How sweet was that? Oh, look,
look at Dismal's. Look at Dismal's comment.
There's my daughter. There she is. Dismal says, "LOL at prison." Yeah, right. He can't.
No. He said, "Vet, I'm in beautiful Australia." Reality, bro. That's a prison.
Awesome. He knows. Dismal knows.
You know what? They got boats that go to Alcatraz. Like, come on. I mean, like tours and tours of people.
I loved it. That was when I went to California. That was the first thing I wanted. That was the main thing I wanted to see when I was out there was to go because I wanted to get my pic. wanted to get my this. I probably should stop because I'm not giving myself any justice.
Oh, look!
I know what that is. That's Toronto, baby.
Toronto.
Well,
yeah.
You see, I got jealous of Aaron every week having all these awesome different backgrounds. So I said, instead of being shoved in a corner like I was last week, I said, why not? I'll represent Toronto. We've got the CN Tower, Rogers Center in the back. So,
and what's the thing you tweeted earlier when it was all red and red, blue, and white, and it looked really nice, and it was some kind of an initiative, a person's name.
Oh, okay. So every night the CN Tower will light up different colors based upon, just different themes and things like that. And so last night was Terry Fox. He's a Canadian, I guess you could say, icon in the early 80s. Mm-hmm. He had cancer, and to help raise awareness and money for cancer, he had lost part of his leg. So he started a run across Canada to help raise that awareness and get that money. And unfortunately he didn't make it across. He ended up passing away before he could finish the run across Canada. So he's a very well-known Canadian, here in Canada. And so to commemorate him and also the Terry Fox Cancer Research, they lighted up red and blue for
that's amazing.
Their colors. Yeah.
Is there a day a year that they do that then to raise awareness?
Yeah. And there's also like the kids in school have the Terry Fox run, and it's very well known to Canadians.
I would just suggest don't ask Ray and Erin to do any kind of running, because they'd have to tie each other to a wheelchair and just propel along.
I mean, if you've ever seen the movie Forrest Gump, that's about what you're going to see if I start running.
He never stopped though. He just kept going, didn't he? It was amazing.
I'm looking more at the kid version of Gump when he was running up before all the metal stuff broke off.
It's great to see you guys. I love this. I love this show.
My youth, enjoy your youth, man. I played soccer, played football, ran track. These legs was great. These legs.
Good. You were all sports legends, and I was just a little tubby kid in the corner playing video games. That was the last thing I wanted to do. This is cycle 3 and aims. We got everybody. We got the good and the great here today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got This is the all-star collection, including Ray. So we've got Aaron. And we've got our genuine star, John. We've got me, and we have got Ray. We've got the cyborg, Ray, his very self. How are you guys? How's your week been, fellas?
Pretty good. Scary. It's scary, man. These fires. Fires are no joke, man. These fires are no joke. It's my heart. My prayers go out to you. Got people losing their livelihoods, losing their businesses. And
whole towns. Wasn't there like a whole town out there that ended up in smoke?
It is gone. Yes. Gone.
Yeah, I read that article about that.
Probably the most second worst fire we've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. But Canada, you're getting ridiculous temperatures. I mean, I heard someone saying Whistler that like all the mountains have melted. It's just floods everywhere. Ridiculous temperatures.
Yeah, there's fires out. Well, just because like British Columbia is north of California as well. So every year, just like California, they get fires, but they're more intense this year. And then also where I am in Ontario, on the East Coast, northern Ontario, it's very wooded and lots of things like that. There's fires there as well, where some days we get smoke blown down from North Ontario, which is a good 8-10 hour drive away. We'll get smoke. And also I've got friends in Quebec as well that'll, that they say they get in smoke from the fires as well. And so this summer, it's just really, horrible. It just brings awareness.
Aaron, have you got any friends? What about friends with fires? Have you got any of those? Because that's special friends.
No, I don't have any of those. But no, we did get smoke last week. We actually from the fires up in Canada, they ended up coming down.
Did you?
Well, I think they were down towards northern Iowa. They reached down here, so they traveled enough. that far, which has only happened a couple of times.
Massive floods in Central Europe around Germany. We've got Greece is on fire. Sicily is on fire. I mean, it's essentially, it's what we were warned about. I mean, here it is now. Mm-hmm. It can't be, it's like someone said on the radio yesterday. This should no longer be a debate anymore about global warming. It's no longer a debate. It's now, we've got to recognize it. It is here. It's probably too late to do a great deal about it. So we've got to start thinking about how we make life for our grandchildren habitable on this planet, because quite honestly, it ain't looking good, is it?
Spaceship and fly to Venus or Mars.
Oh yeah, they're much better, Ray. What you've been playing Destiny, mate. That's the trouble. It ain't like that in real life.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, bad news. Newsflash. Mars and Venus ain't much better than Earth.
Lord. I have a friend I used to work with, man. She's in Greece. She went back to Greece and it's horrible. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, I is saying Greece is so bad. We have many divisions of military firefighters deployed there to help, and the daily reports on the evening news are scary. Just wiping whole areas out. Luckily, I live on a hill, so I've got my paddles and a few tins of dog meat, so I'm going to be okay. But for the rest of you guys,
I'm in the Bay Area. I got the Pacific Ocean. If I see fire, I'm jumping in the Pacific Ocean. I'm probably going to drown because my legs are gone. But
just swim to Alcatraz. Just swim to Alcatraz. You'll be fine.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood did it. Clint was all right.
Yeah, he did.
So here we go. It's we're 3 minutes away from the traditional launch of This Week On Stadia. It's there's an event, there's some Xbox stuff going on, and it may well be that it gets delayed. Stuff happens. But tell me, guys, as far as Stadia is concerned, what have you been playing these past few days? Start with you, Ray. Let's be very official.
A lot of Rainbow Six Siege, Resident Evil, Red Dead Online has a new events, I think, that started today. What else have I played? Oh my god, I finally played some Blue Fire. Love Blue Fire, but my game right now, guys, is Grime. Oh my god, Grime is amazing. It's amazing.
Because John, that was you. I watched a bit of your stream the other day.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing. I think I'm close to the end. I made it last night to, I think it's called Servants Road or Servants Quarters.
That's where
and
I
it
live.
Seemed like
I got 7 of them at the back.
Based upon the dialogue in the game, it seems like I'm nearing the end, and so the in-game time, it shows I've been playing close to 15 hours. I don't know if that takes into account like when you die and things like that, but it's just, like we were talking about last week, it's so addictive because there's been multiple times where I'm like, okay, I've explored everything, where in the heck do I go? And I'll go back and start looking, and I'll be like, wait a second, how did I miss this? And then you go in there and there's weapons or like a little mini boss where you defeat, and it gives you different abilities. So now I've got the ability to be able to dash in the air. Before you could only do it across the ground. Last night I fought the boss that gave me that was this big, huge like vulture, and it was just like amazing. Like I was like, what am I going to do? And it's that trial and error. It's like you go, you play against it, you try this, okay, that doesn't work, you die, you go back, and it's just rewarding and satisfying. It never gets to me to that point of like pure frustration. I mean, obviously you're like, oh, what am I gonna have to do? But eventually it comes to you, and that's what I like. And all the different weapons you can get, and you can upgrade them, and there's just so many different combinations of things to do, and it's just like, wow. And to think, I believe the game was only made by like, what do they say, like 5 people in Israel? It's like a very small group an indie group there, and it's just like,
this is why I think Stadia is perfect for those kinds of boutique games. You know, to give them the space and also a gentle community to appreciate the effort that goes in. There's no that hideous kind of, what's this you're giving us here? What's this pile of old cack?
Yeah, it's getting good scores. It's getting good scores too.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You've been playing Climb, Aaron, or is it passed you by?
I haven't played it yet. I had a bunch of other stuff. I had a bunch of other games on the docket that I was wanting to play, but Grime is one of the ones that I do want to still try.
Yeah. No, I got caught up in the Ascent, and then on Saturday, after playing, I played it for about 2 weeks on and off. I wiped my progress. I was completely gone, deleted it.
No,
absolutely. But here's the good news, fellas. That was Saturday. As of this morning, I've gone beyond where I got to when I wiped it. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
Wow. Do you know what amazes me? I don't know if you find this as well. When you accidentally delete stuff, maybe working on a document or something, oh no, and there's that initial depression. But when you go back and do it, it's always better. Because I think you learn, don't you? You pick up, I learned stuff this time around that I didn't realize before playing it.
Yeah.
And it's made such a difference to my game. But I'm still enjoying that. I'm getting very, very close to the end. I'm on the very last campaign mission. And then there's a handful of side missions to finish off.
I have too many games. I have too many games to play.
I know.
There's too, and it's not just with Stadia. It's like I have 5 cloud. You have 4 or 5 cloud platforms.
Guys, we got it up.
It's too much stuff for me to keep up with.
Go. Look at that. Just as you said it, Ray, I was there on the money. So what have we got here this week on Stadia? New stuff for kids and family, plus a new game in Pro.
Whoa. They got Paw Patrol.
That's right, baby.
Oh, yes, look at that, Paw Patrol. So this Friday, you'll find a new category, kids and family, within the Stadia store. That's awesome. It's a place where grown-ups and kids alike can find family-friendly, age-appropriate games, ideal for you, Aaron, including many based on favourite movies, shows and franchises. We're launching kids and family with a bunch of games, including 3 more. I thought I was in the right page. That could have been very unkids friendly there, couldn't it? Including 5 titles from Outright Games that are hitting the Stadia store. 5.
Wow.
August 13th. So Paw Patrol the movie, Adventure City Calls, leads the new Stadia store categories launch, along with another Paw Patrol excursion in Paw Patrol Mighty Pups. Save Adventure Bay. Both games put players in control of their favourite pups as they race. I do love them pups. As they race to save friends and use pawsome teamwork in 2-player co-op modes. Ice Age Scratch Nutty Adventure. God, Ray's gonna have fun with that name.
You scratch what, Rokk? What did you say you scratch?
Help guide the endearing saber-toothed squirrel on a quest to gather the hallowed crystal nuts of myth. It's a bit of emphasis for Ray there. Stepping back in time from the Ice Age to the late Cretaceous period, Gigantosaurus the game invites up to 4 friends to cooperate in platforming challenges, then race one another between levels to rescue their big buddy, the beloved Giganto. Then, wow, there's a whole lineup. Then it's off to flights of fantasy and legendary adventure in DreamWorks' Dragon's Dawn of the New Riders. Toothless and all the rest of your draconic buddies are back and ready for a quest that will take them through puzzles, traps, and monsters on a mission to save their imprisoned friends. Now, you can claim Paw Patrol Mighty Pup Save Adventure Bay for free with Stadia Pro when it launches on Friday. And you can buy all the 5 other games starting Friday as well. So that's a $40 free game, guys. And same for Paw Patrol the movie, $40. Ice Age Scratch Nutty Adventure is $30. Gigantosaurus is $30. And DreamWorks Dragon's Dawn, the New Riders, is $25. That's amazing. And in other Pro news, August 12 is your last chance to claim the fantastical, thrilling suspense adventure Little Nightmares 2 for free with Stadia Pro. And then August the 12th, play foreclosed instantly. Nice. The government has foreclosed on your entire life. Yeah, that's true. They took everything. Yeah, you, me both. Your name, your humanity, your life. But that also means they've left you with nothing to lose. You're off the grid and on the run in Foreclosed, a haunting, story-driven action-adventure through a cyberpunk dystopia. Yeah, where in the eyes of the law you simply don't exist. That's $15.99 from August 12th, limited time. And then another free weekend. There's one every week. Rainbow Six Siege. And you can play it with the Stadia team. Free play days are back if you're a Stadia Pro member. Get all the Rainbow Six Siege you can handle starting Friday, August 13th at 8 a.m. Pacific until Monday, August 16th at 4 a.m. Pacific. Grab your friends and get ready for 5 versus 5 competitive shooting with a tactical team twist. You can also enjoy crossplay with friends on PC, and with cross progression, you can save and share your progress too. Yes. To celebrate these free play days, Stadia team members will play with Stadia creators. Oh, that's me out then. And the community in Rainbow Six Siege. Check out the schedule below. They've already got them lined. Hello! Yeah. Who's this fella here at 11 o'clock?
What the heck is that?
He kept that quiet, did he?
Oh my God! Who is that?
And Meg's in there as well. Yeah. I can't see you or Erin, Ray. I don't know what's going on here, mate. This is not good. And Instagram.
Well, they couldn't see Ray at all, so.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Wow! So 11 a.m. on. That's Friday. Well done, my friend.
God, you're
awesome. What a megastar. We'll come back to all of this, folks. Don't you worry. And then Valhalla awaits the brave. The Siege of Paris is here. Assassin's Creed Valhalla's second big expansion launches Thursday. Visit Francia, find new weapons, discover more skills, and take part in black box infiltration missions. Enough Ray, please. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, The Siege of Paris, is coming as part of the Season Pass, included in the Gold and Ultimate editions of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And, of course, Assassin's Creed Valhalla Ultimate Edition, including Wrath of the Druids, and the upcoming Siege of Paris, included with Ubisoft Plus on Stadia for those who are subscribed. Wow, we've got a right meaty one today, fellas.
Those are awesome team captains there. Awesome.
Oh, yeah, that is amazing. Come on, Enver. Come on, John. Tell us everything. What's this all about? How did you get involved? What are you going to be doing?
Well, I teased about it last night. I did a tweet saying, coming soon, John Scar's Stadia All-Stars. And this is what it was referencing. I'm not sure if we want to maybe leave it as a surprise for the members of our team. Nah, I'll go ahead. So basically, I was contacted and asked to take a part of this. So for sure, I was like, yeah, I'll gladly be a part of this. And so I recruited a team of what was suggested the name of John Scar's Stadia All-Stars.
Nice.
So I can confirm that the cyborg Ray is on the part of the All-Stars.
Ooh.
Yeah. We've got Lord Kenzel.
His little face.
Yeah, Lord Kenzel's there as well. We've Jem. Jem has agreed to be one of the All-Stars. And rounding it out, MM2K will be on the team. Yeah.
You know, you'd actually have a killer team if it wasn't for Ray. That's a shame.
You know. Wow. No respect,
so it was going so well.
No respect.
Did he bribe you? Was cash exchanged? No, that's good then.
No,
makes a change.
No. I know how much. I know how much Ray loves Rainbow Six Siege, and we've played a few times, and it's fantastic. And it's all about having fun. It's not about winning or being the best or whatever. It's just all about having fun there and
I know he's
and
good.
laughing and having a great time.
I'm just putting his little plonker. And so, are you going to be playing with? You're going to be playing with Stadia, Stadia folk, right? The community managers and stuff.
Yep. So we're playing against Stadia employees or whatnot. Yeah. I don't know the exact details of that just yet, but I know it's going to be Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern, and that'll be 7 o'clock BST. I think so. You're 5 hours ahead, right?
Yes, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the matches are scheduled to be about 30 minutes, but they can run over. So that's totally fine. But it's awesome to see that Stadia is getting more involved. We're having these free consecutive weekends. We're having these community events, and from what I've gathered and what I've been told, there's going to be more of these to come. So this is just a great way. You can see within the last couple of months, they're stepping things up. With social media.
Round of applause, because actually organizing stuff like this is it's always never going to be too late. It's never going to be too late. And yes, it would have been nice to have seen it last year, but it's great that they now realize, and they put out the word. Who do people, who do people consider the top content creators? And obviously I wasn't in that list, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's nice to see.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're picking the top. I would say, I think what they're doing is just going through and giving a nice selection for different things. For the Olympic, we had the Olympic Games with the free play. Yeah. They gave select people in the community some codes to give away for stuff like that. So I think what they're doing is they're kind of like just sharing things around.
It's amazing.
And you'll see.
It's absolutely brilliant to see them doing this.
Yeah, there's a lot of content creators. You can't pick everybody.
No, I know. Right. No, listen, I'm not being funny. They would never choose me because I don't stream games. That's not my thing. That's just not my. If they wanted somebody to, do a little guest slot and interview folk and what have you, of course. But they want people to show off the games. That makes perfect sense. I don't. Yeah. It's nothing to me. No, it's great. I'm genuinely really, really pleased. It's great to see. So, I don't think I know Vivi Fix.
So Vivi he's a moderator on the Reddit, the Stadia Reddit channel. Okay. He's also a moderator on the Stadia Discord as well. So he's
that's
Vivi's
awesome. And of course, this week, Chairman and Original Penguin Adam announced that they're also now going to be moderators on Reddit as well, which is great.
So that's awesome. Again. Yeah.
All these, these original gangsters, these OGs, bringing them into the fold, getting them into the mix, into the community is a great thing to do. My heart warms. It's great to see it happen.
So the question is on this list here. No Vivi, we know Meg. Myself, the Stadians. I don't know who the Stadians are. No. I don't have any idea as well.
You don't think that is the actual Stadia, the company, maybe?
Well, but they have their own time slot for 11. Oh, maybe that could be an open invitation. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure yet.
I don't think it says up here, does it? Celebrated community center. No. But it'll be something to look forward to. So
go up a little bit. It did say like the community, but if you look, it says we'll play with Stadia creators and the community.
Yeah.
So maybe that is
that could be. They just don't want to say it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And so I'll definitely on Friday I'll be streaming our participation in that event as well.
Yeah.
So now that it's officially been announced, that was what we're waiting for. I can get that scheduled out on my YouTube as well, but it's been really excited and hard to not talk about this because it's like we talked about there. It's great to see these initiatives and they're reaching out and they're recognizing people in the community and. It's fantastic. And, slowly but surely we'll get there. Like you said, it would have been great last year to see something like this, but you live and learn. You learn from, your mistakes. You're growing. So I think
everybody benefits, don't they, John? Obviously the community, but equally the developers as well, because the games are getting highlighted. Stadia gets, Stadia wins because getting eyeballs and people appreciate the whole thing about cloud gaming and stuff. There's a win-win. There's no downside for anybody. Super duper. Well done, my friend. That was awesome little surprise there for us Rokk revealers.
Well, you said it was going to be a banger, right?
I did. A
That's
little
right.
birdie told me, and it wasn't you. Yeah. And John, you are a goat, apparently.
I'm a goat.
You are a goat, and that's lovely to see. And that's what's that stand for again? That's the something of something, isn't it?
Greatest of all time. Greatest of all time.
I like the something of something. That sounds way
better, isn't it, Aaron?
Yeah, it's got a better ring to it.
Yeah. Listen, mate, you'll get old one day. It'll come.
Yeah.
It means something in American.
Because the gray shows up, but as soon as it shows up, it gets.
Yeah, I know.
I get rid of it as soon as I can't have that.
Well, I'm a medical anomaly because my brother, who's a year younger than me, is white. I mean, he's literally like Father Christmas. And every time we go anywhere, they say, "Is there something wrong with your brother?" I said, "Why?" Because he's white-haired and you're dark. So I don't know. I don't know. If you want to take some blood and sample it, I don't mind.
Just be like, I can't tell where I get my hair tied from.
Yeah, exactly. I'm starting to think I might be an alien. I think I think I may have been implanted by the little greys or something. Yeah. Clive says you play like a goat, right? I love it. Look, Krampus thinks I'm a vampire. I think you're right, mate. I think there's a level of, I do struggle during the day. So that is great news, and congratulations, John. I can't wait to watch that. That's going to be something awesome of awesomeness. Now, the other thing, of course, big news, is that from this Friday, they're launching a kids and family category. I love this.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
I love that it's being launched on... Oh, go ahead, John.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I love that it's on Friday the 13th. So is there some, like... all of this stuff that's happening is just right on the 13th. Friday the 13th.
Well, you know the history behind Friday the 13th, don't you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What is it then? You tell me.
I don't. I have no idea. I wanted to sound smart for a minute, and you just had to keep going.
I would never deem to embarrass you. So we've got 5 games that are going to kick off in the store. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games. One of which is going to be a pro game, which is Adventure City Calls. Have you guys seen these at all? Are these been kicking around for a while, or are they?
I think so. I know Ice Age has Giganosaurus, and the Paw Patrol, the movie, I think is new.
I think it ties in because they just had a new movie. They had a movie that just came out, or it's coming out.
Yeah.
At least one of these, at least one of the Paw Patrols is brand new and releasing on Friday. At least one of them.
Wow.
But I know that we talked about this before, and some people are like, oh, kids games or family oriented games. When things like these come to the platforms, you know that the market is growing because it broadens that appeal. The fact that these outright we've known, people have been keeping track. There's like 15 games have been rated by the ESRB, and we're thinking, okay, well, August, September, October, November, December, we have 5 months. We're going to start to see these games soon, and sure enough, this is where we're getting five games, one of them pro. So that's it. That's great, and it's good to see too that pro games aren't just announced on the 1st. We can get those anytime during the month. Yeah. So just because let's say next month in September, come September 1st, Ark isn't announced on the 1st, and everyone throws their hands up in the air and all the hullabaloo. That doesn't mean that it can't be announced later on. And I think that obviously, the developer of Ark and Google knows that that the community is anxious about it, and it's like a running joke and things like that. So I think they might want to play with us a little bit and toy with us and kind of do that just as a ha ha ha. Everyone laughs in the end.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Do you know stuff here, John? Because we have to. We have debating classes after this show, and we sit and we tear apart all the things you say because it's like your sagely wisdom.
It's kind of like how Jim tears apart the APKs from the Stadia app. We do the same thing with your commentary.
Yeah,
Ray's right now. Ray's literally taking notes
on the money, Zero.
That's why he's staring so intently.
But it like I said, it's good to see these, and also the games coming into Stadia Pro. We saw Stadia Source posted an interview with Grime developer, and they mentioned too about that Grime being in Stadia Pro, that they're looking forward to success. Dark Side Detectives was in Stadia Pro, and it's taking advantage of that new initiative where they get the share of the money. So I think this is perfect. Like these kids' games, I mean, I'm 44 years old. I'm going to be streaming them. I don't care what anybody thinks. You know what I mean? I will stream and play them. Yeah. They're fun, and it's just something to play lighthearted. And
did you see the way he hung there on his teeth? You see that made me chuckle straight away.
But you don't get frustrated. Like some of these games, and you can still get frustrated with trying to beat some of these games. So they're not like super easy kid games where you're done in 20 minutes. They put some time in, but you can
play them with your kids. And the thing is,
yes, exactly. That's the
we
big
all know.
thing.
It's a mobile. It's cloud gaming. So now, when you're on a long trip, the kids can play on the tablet.
Thank you. I was going to say
that.
And
here you go. Here's a game that I'm completely happy for you to play. There's 5 of them here.
That's what I was saying. Like it's good to have. You can't have a platform without having.
There's kid-friendly Aaron for you folks.
You know what I used to hate. When we went to Hawaii, my son, can I get your phone?
Bring him in. There we go.
Can I get your phone, Dad?
He's got more hair than Dad.
There you go. There you go. Hey, how you doing?
That's what boosts my views up. I just put the camera right there, and all of a sudden I'm like #1 on YouTube.
Have you come to meet Dad at prison?
See that? Yeah, that's perfect. Play along with your son.
Great
stream with your son. Yeah, it's a whole family.
And these are good-looking games as well. I mean, these are second-rate games. These are great little 3D games.
Shout out to Lee. I saw him streaming with his daughter, and they were playing. I think they were playing Little Nightmares. Man, that was so adorable.
Yeah,
so adorable. Take time, guys. Play with your kids, man.
Absolutely.
Or
did we see
or
what
if you don't have
Nimbus
kids,
said?
nieces and nephews, right?
Or if you're just a big kid like Ray, then you just play him by yourself.
Mr. I play SpongeBob. Shut up.
He's always playing with his. Ray's always playing with his scratchy nuts, aren't you, mate?
I was just scratching him not too long ago.
It looks like Nimbus Cloud Gaming said he's on Team Meg.
Okay.
Oh man,
Unitrix is on Team V.
Vivi, yeah.
Well, if Nimbus is dropping, is announcing who he's on. Well, I mean, I may as well drop.
We already know. Come on, we already knew.
Who are you on then?
Come on, team. You was the first one on the team.
On Megatron. You're bound to be on Megatron.
Come on, man.
You know the sad part is I haven't played the games in ages. So.
I got an invite to bring on the oranges at half time. That's that's the extent of my involvement.
I also, besides all the Stadia stuff here, I did pop over to the store just to see what was going on. And they do have the first thing you see on store is celebrate QuakeCon with great savings on Bethesda games.
Ooh.
Which is kind of nice to see. I was like, they still do Quake. Well, first thing I was confused with is I didn't even realize QuakeCon was still a thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, I can show this. QuakeCon. Interesting.
Yeah, so they're apparently doing some pretty good sales over on the store.
Yeah. Celebrate QuakeCon with great savings on Bethesda games. So what is QuakeCon? That's presumably a Bethesda fan thing.
I think it's just for like, right. Yeah. I think it originally what it started out was just to showcase like Quake and things like that. But now it's Doom and all that other stuff. I mean, I really don't follow it, to be honest with you, but I think that's what it is. But it's nice to see here these discounts here because
they're 50% across the board.
Yeah. These are initiated by Bethesda.
Eternal Deluxe.
So. Yeah.
That Doom Eternal Deluxe was a pretty good deal there.
Yeah, when was that one?
I think it was for the
Deluxe. There you go. Look at that. Instead of 75, it's to 1875.
That's a good year.
Really, yeah, it was a good year.
Really good deal.
I'm the only one here that can remember it, though. Elder Scrolls. I mean, that's these are all pretty much 50% or better.
Dude, Youngblood for $480. Come on, guys.
I feel so sorry for that game, Ray. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. It got such a.
I did too.
I loved
You know why? You know why? Because it didn't have the main character in it.
Right.
Yeah.
It had his daughters, and that's what I think threw it off. Because you had the other storylines were great. Well, it was a really good game. I enjoyed it, but I think. The problem was it just didn't have the main character from the prior 3 games, and that's what I think a lot of people were just kind of irritated about that, which there shouldn't have been. It was a great storyline still, and the commentary between the sisters was hilarious sometimes.
Yeah, people complain that it got a bit kitschy, but that's all good. I enjoyed
Here's what they think. It had 80s music and references. It was great. That was the best thing out of it. I mean, you can't stream the music, but, because YouTube will have a field day with that one.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to mute because I've got some massive helicopter flying over here. I can just about hear myself. It's gone now. Yeah, so £4.80. That is a bargain because that's such a good game.
That is, you got to get that for that price.
Yeah.
And that was just like Far Cry this past weekend was on sale for here in Canada. It was like $12 or the deluxe edition 24. I mean, at that price, those are like easy.
Which Far Cry? Far Cry 5.
5, yeah.
The Joseph Seed, the Seed family.
The Seed.
Yeah.
And I think I'm right in saying you can play co-op on this one as well, can't you?
I did yesterday with Stadia Pro Gaming. He asked me to co-op, and we did, and we had a blast. It was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Got to do it. Yeah, thanks for spotting that, Aaron. That's really cool. So new kids category coming up this Friday with 5 new and 1 free. We've got I've forgotten it already. What's the free play thing they're doing? Rainbow Six Siege. Of course, someone's in it, aren't they?
This was when you get old, folks. What did I just say?
Get to the job.
You got to get the glasses out again, Rokk.
I didn't even want to say anything. I was trying to be nice and raise like, man, Rokk, you're getting old. Can't even remember what you just said.
It was the helicopter. When he heard the helicopter fly over,
it put me right off. Oh, dear, you got a chuckle, haven't you? But then again, so £20 instead of 40, so get another 50% discount. Awesome game. I think Ubisoft have had a Far Cry sale on across the board. I don't know why, because we're still waiting until October for Far Cry 6, aren't we? I think,
yeah.
Because normally they'll do that and get
barring anything that happens to.
Yeah. You know what? I got to play you know what? I'm going to play the Chronicles. What is it? The typing. I haven't played that. I got to play that.
Epistory, Ray.
Yeah, I have to play that.
One other thing that relates. It doesn't totally relate to Stadia, but it kind of does. Was over the weekend they had the Marvel's Avengers. I believe it was either Marvel's Avengers or Back for Blood. One of the two of those had more people playing it online over the weekend than Outriders did.
Wow.
And they said Marvel's Avengers had surpassed, I think, like almost 100,000 people playing just in one day. because of it being free across all platforms.
That's amazing.
So I was like, wow, that was pretty good.
Yeah. And if you look how they did that, they said, okay, here's the adult side and here's the kids side.
Oh God. Who let the cowboy in? He must have heard me talking about Avengers.
Oh, I love him. Love him. I watched him and Ray and William and Mike and Jeff the other night on the Retro. What a great show. I managed to catch it, Ray. It was on a time that worked for me. Did you guys bring it on earlier or something?
Nah, same time.
I always thought it was like 2 a.m. or something.
Same time. He pulled out his portable Sega Nomad that plays Sega Genesis games. Okay. Think about that. A portable like handheld Genesis, that plays Sega Genesis games. You know?
Oh Lord.
That was like
look what I already got Anthony started on Avengers. Is this the game that was supposed to be
Roger, good job, Roger. Good job.
So this is Foreclosed, which I think looks amazing, and this is coming up.
I want to try this
on Thursday.
I love Cyber Worlds. I love this.
I love the comic book style.
Yeah.
It reminds me like
Comic Zone. Comic
Yes,
Zone.
That's what I was thinking. Trying to think of.
Yeah.
This
such
is
a great
really
game.
Cool. Yeah.
And I love it. It's at a super good price. What did they say? Was it $15.99 US?
Yeah, something like that.
Not that bad.
That
wasn't too bad at all.
That's a hell of a deal.
You think this would end up on Pro?
Eventually,
yes.
I wasn't going to go there. Yeah, $15.99. There you go. But it does say for a limited time. Now, does that mean it's going to go up, or does it mean it's going to go to Pro?
I would say that probably just means a sale price. Yeah, I think probably it'd either be like 20 or 25 US after the sales. What I'm thinking.
Yeah. This is a day and date as well, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what Paul is saying here is Foreclosed is a good price, also $14.99, and with a sale price at $11.99. So maybe we'll launch on sale. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've got flipping seagulls now. I tell you what, it's like a diorama. Gonna get dinosaurs coming past.
Seagull I've ever heard. That's not a seagull, man. That can't be a seagull.
Was it a vulture? Do you think?
That can't be a seagull.
I mean, I know I'm porking up.
That was the seal getting hit by the helicopter.
Could be. So this is hailed as what do they call it? An adventure.
The chip on the back.
The government has foreclosed on your entire life. They took everything: your name, your humanity, your life. But that also means they've left you with nothing to lose, and you're off the grid and on the run in Foreclosed, a haunting, story-driven action adventure. So does that mean that it's a bit like those Telltale games, John? That's going to be more story than action, or I mean, this looks fun.
You know what?
No, that looks action.
Yeah, I think this is going to be more action oriented, but I know like it's got role-playing elements where you can like augment your weapons and your abilities. You can get telekinesis and things like that. So I'm really interested in this game and playing it. I love that comic book style art and the way that they, telling the story and things like that.
Super hot.
Looks great. Yeah.
What's that game with the Raiders? You're on the planet. It kind of gives me those
Pixel Junk Raiders.
Yes. It gives me that kind of vibe a little bit.
Yeah. This looks really cool.
It does.
I'm loving the RPG stuff. Looks really good as well.
Yeah.
Graphically, it's a different style. But the scenery and stuff, Ray, reminds me a little bit of The Ascent as well. I don't know, it's kind of a cyber-y, dystopian, cyberpunky future thing.
Yeah. I love those games. I love those games.
I've become a massive fan. I've got to go back to Cyberpunk 2077 at some point, just try and get into it.
I went back 3 days ago. 3 days ago, and it plays so beautiful. I had no glitches, no nothing. Awesome. I actually I did another alternative ending too. Yeah.
There's a whole seagull chat going on. It's so funny.
I know.
I'm loving it. Because I think I need some tips from you. Can you play multiplayer on Cyberpunk 2077? Or is it so?
No, they took that out. Yeah. Nah, they took it out.
Did they?
Yeah,
because I could have played alongside you, and you could have shown me where to hang out and stuff and buy things.
Man.
I think it's coming later this year as part of the DLC that they planned to add that back in. But Dre,
it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited about this. I think from what it does is it gives them a whole other reason to be a cloud gaming platform, because what better solution when you've got you're on a long road trip and the kids are bored, and at the moment, what do? Oh, here's YouTube, or here's something I've downloaded. Now they can play these games in the back of the car on the road, and you know that with perfect safety, because although there's been some kid-like games, I've also commented where I've played some of them, and there's the odd swear word or cigarette smoking or something, which is going to offend some parents. Whereas this is certified kid family stuff, family friendly stuff, which is awesome.
Yes, and don't be alarmed by Ice Age scratch nuts.
Why am I suddenly repairing hard drives here? That's
I don't know what are we advertising.
Look, it's old Digital Foundry man. He's a miserable old goat, isn't he? He really is. I can only watch him for 10 minutes. Let's get back to the main course. Here we go.
Yes.
Gigantosaurus, the game. Wow. Now that's obviously another one of the.
That's a Disney.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because there was was it the dinosaurs? Was that there?
Yeah, that show is on Disney. Well, it should still be on. I don't know. My son watches it every now and then, but that one's on Disney Junior. So they've got more Nickelodeon. The Paw Patrol, obviously, it's Nickelodeon. So you've got two more Nickelodeon games, and now you've got a Disney game. So
these are all quite. I mean, and so they're all big brand names, aren't they? These as well.
Yeah.
I know the.
Well, I think it helps when you've got Nickelodeon putting games on your platform, and then you've got Disney, putting their stuff, their content on your platform. I think that's definitely going to help. But you have to have family games on your platform. You can't just not have that kind of stuff.
Right.
And Outright Games is I would say the biggest publisher of these family-friendly, kid-oriented games. So getting them on to publish games on Stadia as a developer is great.
Nice. It has an easy mode for the younger. I'm going to assume for the younger kids.
For me, basically, as we've got the legend that is Lord Kensal Clives in the chat. As always, thank you, my friend. I was just thinking, what would be amazing on Stadia would be the Lego games.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be an amazing franchise to get? I say that because as you may or may not know, but Clive used to be involved in the Lego video games.
Those would be outstanding.
Used to work at Lego.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Kel says, let's see, Mortal Kombat 11 is a great game for kids too. Well, yeah, I mean, some kids love that stuff.
Depends on the age of the kid, it has to be said. But no, I mean, there are, as I've said, there are games obviously on Stadia that like stacks on stacks, and you're not never going to have an issue with kids playing. But these are categoric family-friendly titles, and also these are clearly aimed at clearly aimed at preschool or kindergarten kids. The brands themselves are aimed at that age. So
this is what's neat. They need this, and it's good to see that they're continuing to expand with the titles.
And folks, don't just leave your kids anyway. I mean, sit down and play with them, and point stuff out, explain to them about the dinosaurs.
Why are they showing an Xbox controller?
Tell them they all died from a massive cataclysm, and we're heading the same way.
When my son was young, we Lego was our thing. The Avengers, the Star Wars, and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Those are really good Lego
I would
games.
just love to see those Lego titles, the Batman stuff and the Harry Potter stuff, and just awesome games.
Well, just think of the co-op that because a lot of those were all co-op. So you get, if you add the online like people on Stadia, you could team up with another person to play those games, or if you added some of the Stadia. It would be kind of cool to see that stuff.
So who's going to be the first person to stream this and pretend it's Ark? You'd get away with it. Nobody would ever notice.
Yeah, right.
I've got Ark playing. It looks great fun, doesn't it? It's great. It's story driven. You know, this is
Ark 3.0.
Well, remember what Eddie did? What Eddie did with Outcasters?
Yeah.
You could do the same with Ark, right? I mean, now everyone knows that we've talking about it, but you could pull an Eddie with Ark.
Yeah.
This is Ark 3.0 with next gen technology. Well, that's ray tracing and whatnot.
It's amazing. All right, gents. Well, we've had a bumper twas. I am going to go a little early because it's wedding anniversary and A-level results day. So we've got a massive curry sat out in the garden. We're going to have a nice curry out in the garden. The family.
Nice. So, make sure you shoo away the seagulls.
Yeah, that's why they're circling
the helicopters.
They're seeing my massive curry. Let's get rid of this. Hang on. Let's bring us all back into the middle. There we go.
There we go.
Gents, as always, love this time that we spend together. You are the greatest of friends. Yes. Tell us one at a time, please. No shouting. Starting with Aaron. What have you got coming up this week, Aaron?
I'm going to dive into some Rainbow Six Siege. And I've got a few other games on GeForce Now I'm going to be picking up. And at some point, I'm going to try to fit in Grime as well into my busy weekly schedule.
That's awesome, and I'm glad they let you out for good behavior, mate. By the way,
they really didn't. It's work release.
You deserve a break.
Warden's back behind me, waiting on me.
Just like that fella. What's the film with? Anyway, I forget. Let's go to John. John, what's your week looking at, my friend?
I'll be streaming Foreclosed on Thursday.
Awesome.
And of course, I'll be part of the Siege on Friday. And now that we've got some Paw Patrol and kids games, I'll be sprinkling them in somewhere the rest of this. Well, they don't come out till Friday, so it's probably not going to be until maybe next week that we stream those or create a couple of videos or whatnot. So busy. You know?
Yeah, you're going to struggle Friday because of your Siege commitments and stuff. Aren't you? But that's absolutely great news. I'm glad all you fellas are involved in it. But me, and then Ray.
Yes.
To be honest, I've never even played it. So if anybody did invite me into their team, that's absolute suicide. Raymondo, what have you got coming up this week, my friend?
Well, tonight I'm going to stream some Bloodstain on Twitch. Nice. Yeah, I've never played it. I'm gonna finally try it out, and then let's see. Definitely, I'm trying. There's this head with like 6 arms. I'm trying to beat on Grime. I'm trying to figure out how to kill. I'm stuck on this guy. I might have to ask John for some help.
John's been A's done it, man.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, Cloud Station TV with Dr. Spaceman, Vet, and JD. And then look for the sideboard, kick some butt on Team John. We're gonna represent.
Oh, amazing!
Okay, Captain John.
Amazing! Wow! Well, cracking week from all of you. Before we come to me, we just need a word from our sponsors. So get your raised praise, folks. Oh dear. Guys,
I love it.
As always, I haven't got a great deal to tell you that I'm up to this week, although I did do a little impromptu the other night. I don't know if you fellas spotted me I was doing some web design work for an hour. Yeah, just sneaked in a little impromptu. But we will be back next Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, for some more of these shenanigans. Thank you everybody in the chat, as always. Fantastic. Love seeing you all there. And, for giving us a little bit of time. For most of you, it's the start of your day. There's a good twas, as I predicted, an awesome twas with some great news. Yeah. Don't forget to take part in the Rainbow Six Siege event on Thursday. Give my fellows here some support. They will deserve everything that you can give them. We'll be back next Tuesday. I may or may not be around in the interim. It's highly unlikely, but you never know. Thank you for watching. time to say goodbye. Do you want to sing it, fellas? Should we come up with like an anthem?
No.
It's time to say goodbye. We've loved.
I will pass.
Say goodbye, guys. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.